Hello everyone, I'm Sophie. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to give you my honest first-person take on Pulmo Balance. I'll walk you through what it is, what the ingredients look like, what people are hoping it helps with, and the pros and cons so you can decide for yourself if it's something worth considering. If you've been dealing with constant coughing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, or just feeling like your lungs are not as strong as they used to be, then this is something you'll want to pay attention to. Because Pulmo Balance is one of those supplements getting attention from people looking for respiratory support. Before I go any further, if you do decide to check it out after your own research, make sure you only use the official website linked in the pinned comment below. With supplements like this, there are often unofficial listings or copy versions floating around, and you don't want to end up with something that isn't the real product. Now, when I first came across Pulmo Balance, I didn't immediately assume it was going to do anything dramatic. I've seen a lot of lung support supplements online, and most of them sound very similar at first. So what I wanted to understand was simple. Does this formula actually make sense? Or is it just another product using general health claims? From what I've seen, Pulmo Balance is positioned as a respiratory support supplement, mainly for people dealing with breathing discomfort, lung fatigue, mucus buildup, or reduced oxygen efficiency. It's not presented as a quick fix, but more as a daily support formula. Now let's talk about the ingredients, because that's always the part that matters most to me. The ingredients that usually show up in Pulmo Balance type formulas include things like mullein leaf, licorice root, oregano extract, N-acetylcysteine, also called NAC, quercetin, and vitamin C. And honestly, that ingredient direction tells me a lot. Mullein leaf is commonly used in herbal respiratory support and is often associated with soothing the airways. Licorice root is usually included for its calming effect on the throat and respiratory tract. Oregano extract is known for its antimicrobial properties. NAC is often discussed in relation to mucus breakdown and lung support. Quercetin is used for inflammation support. And vitamin C plays a role in immune support overall. So from my perspective, this does not look like a random mix. It looks like a formula trying to support the lungs from multiple angles: soothing, clearing, and protecting. Now, in terms of benefits, I think the appeal is pretty clear. Most people looking into Pulmo Balance are probably hoping for easier breathing, less coughing, reduced mucus buildup, better lung comfort, and improved overall respiratory strength. And I understand why that matters. When your breathing feels restricted or your chest constantly feels heavy, it affects everything. Your energy, your sleep, even simple activities like walking or talking for long periods. That's usually what drives people to start looking into supplements like this in the first place. Now let's get into the pros. The first pro, in my opinion, is the ingredient direction. The formula focuses on known respiratory support ingredients rather than random trending compounds. That gives it a more logical structure. The second pro is that it's positioned as a daily support supplement, not something promising instant overnight results. For me, that actually makes it feel more realistic, because lung health is not something that typically changes overnight. The third pro is ease of use. It's usually taken as a simple daily capsule routine, which makes it easier to stay consistent. And another positive is that many of the ingredients used are commonly found in traditional respiratory support approaches, which may appeal to people looking for a more natural direction. Now let's talk about the cons, because this is where I think people need to stay grounded. The first con is that this is still a supplement, not a treatment. If someone is dealing with serious breathing issues, asthma attacks, or any worsening symptoms, this is not something to rely on instead of proper medical care. The second con is that results can vary a lot. Some people may notice small improvements over time, while others may not feel much difference. That's just the reality with supplements like this. The third con is that some of the claims around lung detox or deep cleansing can sometimes sound stronger than what a supplement can realistically deliver. So I think it's important to keep expectations balanced. And another thing to consider is that if someone's breathing issues are related to lifestyle factors like smoking, pollution exposure, or underlying health conditions, a supplement alone is unlikely to be enough. So overall, my honest first-person take on Pulmo Balance is this. I think it may be worth looking into if you're someone who wants a natural-style daily respiratory support supplement with a formula that at least follows a clear direction. The strongest part of it for me is the ingredient combination, especially things like mullein, NAC, and quercetin, because they align with the goal of supporting lung comfort and function. but I would still go into it with realistic expectations, and I would treat it as a support product, not a guaranteed solution. If I were considering it myself, I would focus on consistency, pay attention to how my body responds over time, and combine it with better habits like hydration, cleaner air exposure, and overall health improvements. And again, if you do decide to check it out, make sure you use the official website in the pinned comment below to avoid any fake or low-quality versions. Thank you.